On today's Saints Happy Hour, we are going to prove to you why the Saints would not trade Tyler Shough for Patrick Mahomes. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to Saints Happy Hour podcast. We always have a source.
Dave remains quiet because he continues to search for that he can't find.
Oh, what did Nola Fredo say?
Yeah, try to get saved by Nola Fredo. That's a great strategy.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. As always, we are brought to you by Hard Hide, Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey, and Chilton County Peach Whiskey. All right, go to patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour and sign up today. You should do it. It's amazing. I got Kevin with me. I got Thomas running the show back in Poland. All right, Kevin. Saints, the season's over, so we don't got games to preview, but we still give you content because that's how we roll. And today, I want to talk about this. You know, everybody said, oh, we're doing a redraft of the 2025 draft. And oh, wow, look at Tyler Shough. He's in the top 5. Some people have him as like a top pick, and Calvin Banks is top 10 picks too. I don't think that's very interesting. I thought it would be an interesting topic to go through all the NFL starting quarterback and say, would we trade Tyler Shough for another team's quarterback? Straight up. In this hypothetical exercise, the only thing that this will involve is when you trade for the quarterback, you take their salary. Like if you were so inclined and you said, hey, I want to trade Patrick Mahomes, you got to take Patrick Mahomes' $70 million cap hit and then think about, okay, now the Saints have this quarterback, but they also have to pay him $70 million. How would that affect the roster? And would you rather have Tyler Shough and more roster flexibility? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I got Thomas I sent Thomas a graphic of the stat of the top 15 quarterbacks in EPA. And I think that's a good place to start with this.
Okay.
So just kind of go through the list. And listen, as much as I like Tyler Shough, I think Drake May is number 1 on EPA. And if you offered me the chance to trade Tyler Shough for Drake May, I would take Drake May because Drake May is incredible. He's the same thing as Tyler Shough. He's making the equivalent of like NFL minimum wage. So I would trade for Drake May. And plus, he is a first round pick. So you'd have 3 more years of him at low cost. So I think that's a no-brainer, and I would do that. But I will say it's one of the few guys on this list that it's really clear-cut where you would swap Tyler Shough for Drake May, in my mind.
Right. Right. Just because of the age and the contract, you compare that to the next guy on the list. Well, actually, So Drake May, I want to, if Control F would work here. Drake May is making an average of $9.1 million per season right now.
Would you rather even more flexibility from Shough? Or would you still take May? Because he's younger and he's probably going to be MVP.
Well, Stafford has a good shot of being MVP.
That's true. He does.
I think some voters might look at that and say, well, you know, they might look at it like a gold watch thing. I don't know, and just say, well, Drake May will find his MVP. You know, he'll likely get one. Blah blah blah. I don't know, but May's youth and all that kind of stuff, I would say gives him like a slight edge over Shough. Stafford, on the other hand, absolutely not. Like his age.
I think the Rams would say yes, but the Saints would say absolutely, positively, fucking not.
Right. Mickey would just hang up on him. Which, you know, hey, if you want to hang up on Enos, be my guest.
Number 3 on the list here, Jordan Love. I said you go first, but Jordan Love's a tricky one for me.
So he's making 55. I'm looking at averages. So he's making
Yeah.
an average of $55 million a season through 2029, and that's when he hits. That's when he's got that void year. 28 years old, so a touch older than Shough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel weird saying better quarterback, but yeah, better quarterback. But the money makes it. The money makes it a tough call. God, yeah, it just makes it a tough call.
Yeah, and Jordan Love, he gets injured a little bit, and he runs to me like very hot and cold. Like I know this leaderboard is EPA, so it says he's consistent, but I feel like he runs very hot and cold. I would say for him, I would still say no, and I will admit that I probably say no just because the idea of cap flexibility and the appeal of Mickey Loomis going crazy in free agency, like I would want that with Tyler Shough over Jordan Love. The next guy on the list, Dak Prescott,
is a no.
This one, you're a hard no. See, this one is hard for me because I know Kellen Moore. We have proof of concept that like Kellen Moore knows how to make him cook. So this one was really hard for me. I still said no, but I thought about it a lot.
I guess I just look at the contract. Yeah, I look at the contract and his age, and I think I guess I feel like hadn't he been dinged up before?
He's been banged up a lot. So it's a broken leg and different things, but he's missed some time.
Yeah. I'm looking at it now. Like he had 2 years where he was just he played only 5 games in 2020 and then 8 games in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And like, this past season, he was very good. But I just think the age and the contract makes it difficult for me to say yes.
And the thing is with Dak too, we've never seen Dak in long stretches with a bad offense around him. Like the Cowboys offense has always been pretty good, and he's had good receivers so we've never seen Dak Prescott like take a dog shit Dallas team and been like, he carried that team on his back, and I just, for him, I would be a hard no. Now this is where we'll get the clip and people will yell at us in the comments and stuff, but I believe this. Look, Patrick Mahomes, healthy, I would say, I don't care about the $70 million cap hit. I don't care about the age. I don't care that he's whatever. I would take him. But now, Kevin, he's coming off that knee and he's making $70 million. And here's the thing. Whatever percentage you tell me that it's likely that he's not the same dude before this knee injury, whatever percentage that is, that I would say I'd rather keep Tyler Shough. And I know people were screaming at us and all this, but there's a chance that like we've seen the best of Patrick Mahomes. And it's not like, I'm not saying he's going to fall off a cliff,
right?
But like, I'll give you an example. Dan Marino went to a Super Bowl his like second year as a starter. And from like 84 to like 87, he was freaking incredible. And he was awesome.
Right.
But he was never that good again. And he just kind of settled into like a really, really, really good quarterback. And I don't know if you're not giving me peak Mahomes, I don't want like pretty good Mahomes or excellent Mahomes with this Saints roster. To swap him out for Shough, I need supernova, best quarterback I've ever seen, Mahomes. And I don't know we're going to get that going forward.
Well, so here's where I'm at. I'm looking at his numbers, and obviously he missed. He missed the last three games of the season because of the injury. His completion percentage worse than his career, 62.7. That's still okay, but still worse than his career. Yardage worse than his career. I'm not going to count 2017 because he played just 1 year or 1 game. Sorry. Touchdowns down. Touchdown percentage down. Success rate down. Quarterback rating down. QBR slightly up, but took a lot of sacks. And I don't know how much of this, like his sack percentage was the highest it's been in his career, 6.34. I don't know how much of that is on the team around him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think part of the knock on the Chiefs that I was hearing this year was, you can't expect Mahomes to carry this team, blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. And he nearly did for a while. But you put Mahomes on the Saints, and he's going to have, are you going to have room or the possibility to improve the offensive line? Because if he's coming off a knee injury, the last thing you need is this guy scrambling and running for his life and trying to find an open guy. And again, we've spelled out that the Saints still have a bunch of needs. They still do.
Yeah. And listen,
that's what makes me lean no with Mahomes. That giant contract. We don't know how he's going to be with the knee injury, right? It was a knee.
It was a knee, yes. ACL, just the ACL, not a total destruction of the knee like all 3 ligaments, but still. And now this guy's not on this list here, but I want to put him in here because I feel like if we don't, it makes this whole exercise kind of invalid. And this is the guy, Kevin, that, listen, as much as I love Shough, if there's one guy in the NFL that I would do the swap for him, no questions asked, I don't give a shit about the salary, it would be Justin Herbert. And the reason is that dude broke his hand, he lost both of his tackles, and he's still that dragged kind of a dog shit Charger offense to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And
he's not even on this list.
And he's not even on this list. So this EPA list, I'm like, that people are going to look at this list and be like, well, this list is invalid. But to me, him and probably Josh Allen are the two that I'd be like, yeah, I'm sorry. I love getting Shough tonight and all of it. But those are the two that I would have no question, no problem doing a swap straight up for.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm looking at the rest of this list here. Goff is a no. Purdy is a no. Bo Nix is a no.
Who hangs up? Do you think Mickey takes the call out of a courtesy to Sean Payton?
No. No. Bo Nix? I'm
not saying he says yes, but he takes the phone call. He takes the phone call from Sean.
Listen, you can look at the total EPA there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm looking at? The passing. 611 attempts. He needed 611 attempts.
That's crazy.
The next highest guy up there is Stafford. And go ahead and look at Dak Prescott was the next highest. He had 3 more attempts. Prescott, 4,500 yards. Bo Nix had about 14 more and only got to 3,900 yards.
Yeah.
And look at the yards per attempt. Look at the yards per attempt for Prescott,
king of the bubble stream.
For Stafford, and Bo Nix. And you can say, oh, well, that's the way they played, blah, 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 blah. Brother, I don't know about all that. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Daniel Jones, no. Like, even without the injury, I would say no.
No.
Trevor Lawrence is a no. McCorkle's a no. Baker's a no. C.J. Stroud?
Ooh.
C.J. Stroud's a maybe.
C.J. Stroud's a maybe. You don't. You gotta. The thing is, you'd have to pay him because he's in year 3, so you probably got maybe one more year of not paying him.
Right.
And to me, he's really good. And you probably won't have to pay him like top of the market. That's a really hard call for me. I would still lean no, but I wouldn't die on a hill if you said I'm swapping Shough for CJ Stroud.
Okay, so out of this list, so on this list, it really seems like we're definitive on 3 guys: Drake May, Allen,
Herbert,
and Herbert. Well, and Herbert's
maybe
not
one
on
more.
the list. And then the maybes, or the guys we could have talks over, are we just said Stroud and Jordan.
I think Jaden Daniels would be a maybe for me, and Caleb Williams would be a maybe for me, just because those guys are on.
That's not on the list, right?
Not on the list, but the low contracts. But here's the thing, Kevin. To me, it is. If you had told me when Tyler Shough started playing for the Saints with 9 games left, that me and you would do a podcast in the offseason, and there would be less than 6 total guys we would be willing to trade Tyler Shough for. Straight up. I'd be like, that's insane. There's no way that's happening.
Right.
And yet, we're here, and it's not.
Here we are.
And it's not that ridiculous.
And again, we are. I don't need anybody people are going to clip it anyway, but I don't need anybody trying to take this out of context.
Take it out of context and just share it and tag us. We don't care.
We are factoring in the contract.
That's right.
The contract is what is making a lot of these no's a hell of a lot easier. A hell of a lot easier.
Because the rookie quarterback contract, to me, I think you can argue it's maybe the most valuable thing in all of sports. Like if you have the rookie quarterback contract. Final thing, and then we'll get out of here, is, in your mind, let's say the Saints do an offseason, not the perfect offseason, where they just, like this offseason, they hit on coach, they hit on defensive coordinator, they hit on 6 draft picks, they got Tyler Shough, and it was basically an A+ offseason. Like they couldn't have done hardly anything better. But let's say they get like a B+, A- offseason, and they get this offense to a really good place at guard, whatever. Where do you think is a realistic place for Tyler Shough to be on this EPA quarterback leaderboard if the Saints get the offense around him close to where they want it to be?
Go on ahead and explain to me what EPA means.
EPA is average. It's an estimated points, and basically what it means is, are you consistent down to down?
Based on the names that I see here, and based on the names, like I am, again, I don't know the math involved in the EPA, but based on the names, this guy, Shough, should be able to hit the 10 spot.
Okay. EPA basic, I'll give it to you. A key metric measuring how much each play changes a team's probability of scoring, calculated as a difference between expected points before and after the play. So, like, EPA, it does involve consistency, but it also involves, like, if you hit a bunch of chunk plays, EPA likes it. And if you avoid turnovers, EPA really likes it. That's why, like, Spencer Rattler, when he was playing for the Saints, he was kind of an EPA darling for a while because even though he didn't hit big plays and he didn't convert on third down, he was always completing the pass and he wasn't making fuck ups, right? But I look at this list, Kevin, and I really think if the Saints get the offense where it needs to be, I think, and people are going to scream at me, and I don't care. I think he can be top 7 on this list. I really think so. Top 7. The Saints get the offense where it needs to be because, to me, he's shown an ability to be great on third down. EPA loves that. He's shown an ability to not turn the ball over that much. If they get the offense where he needs to be, I think his sack percentage will drop considerably, and that will skyrocket his EPA, because the thing that's killing Tyler Shough in EPA right now is he takes a crap ton of sacks. And I think if they fix the offensive line and have a better running game, they'll put him in better positions to not have to take sacks. And we've seen Kellen Moore, Spencer Rattler, year 1, year 2, look like a different guy facing pressure in the NFL. If he does that with Shough, skyrocket, top 7, EPA, and then other teams' podcasts can have their own would we trade our quarterback for Tyler Shough, and they can say yes, 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 where me and Kevin said no, no, no. So, guys, thanks for joining us for the show. And I just want to remind you, like, go to patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour. Become a patron. It's amazing. This offseason, we're going to have so much content, and we are less than 60 days away from NFL free agency on March 9th. You want to be a member. You want to be a patron, so you get all that cool content when the Saints are signing people and me and Kevin are doing breaking news behind a dumpster. So for Kevin, for Thomas, I'm Ralph. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, the bar is closed.